is my first time ever doing anything like this. Please don't beat me up after. My name is Cole. I do have a mole on my face because it was never enough for bullies as a child to have a mole to make fun of, but it had to rhyme with my name. Because it's not really enough to have your self-esteem slowly eroded away unless it's to a catchy jingle. Like, Cole the mole has a small pole and lives in a hole and has no soul. But apparently, I have a small pole, live in a hole, and have no soul because my mole rhymes with my name. I have this problem too, where I tend to believe like fictional characters from movies and books are real. At least that's what my life coach Obi-Wan Kenobi always tells me. He always says to me, Cole, you believe in fictional characters. I'm like, Gandalf, are you hearing this shit? This is ridiculous. And, I grew up on Sega Genesis, for anyone who's a fan. I played a lot of Sonic, so of course, naturally, I got a pet hedgehog. And I was really disappointed because he wasn't blue, nor did he have gloves. And when I balled him up and rolled him down the stairs, he didn't get any speed, he just kind of died. So, now I have a dead hedgehog. And I'm not really sure why they named Sonic, like they made Sonic a fast animal, because the hedgehog isn't fast at all. And like for that matter, why they named Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? They picked the slowest animal to be the most agile killing machine on the planet. And turtles, if they fall over, I don't know if you know this, everyone, they can't get back up, which is a serious disadvantage if you're a ninja. Because if you fall down, an enemy ninja is not just gonna, fight's over, man, I win, you're done. He's gonna stab you to death. And like, I would have loved to have been at the meeting, like where the guys were like, listen, we gotta pitch a really good idea, or we're gonna lose our jobs. Well, look at that turtle. I think we should make Mutant Ninja Turtles. No, Johnson, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's why you're here, Mike. You're a genius. I think they should change the name of masturbation because I don't feel like I'm mastering anything at all. I think they should change the name to, oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this again, I need a girlfriend, patient. Speaking of things being named deceivingly, I think lots of things are named deceivingly, like toadstool. I mean, it's just a mushroom, really. Like, if you ever saw a toad sitting on a toadstool, you'd probably be like, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen. That's a toad sitting on a toadstool. And no, he's just doing exactly what you told him. It's doing what's specified. And like, bag boy. I know they put things in bags at grocery stores, but if I hear bag boy, I'm imagining like someone with a rare medical condition where they're completely made of bags. Like, doctor, why can't you operate on this child? He is completely made of bags. I don't know where to hook the IV up. Lay's Chips has a slogan, it's, I bet you can't eat just one. I bet that's the biggest waste of money ever. Who buys a bag of chips and eats like, I'm done, garbage, and just balls it up? And that's sort of insulting too to me because they're like, hey, I bet you can't just one fatty. I bet you can't just stop licking the bag of grease after you're done eating them, you fat slob. Goldfish has a slogan, that is, that's the snack that smiles back. Because I know whenever I'm eating something, I'm always wishing, I wish this had a face. And other human attributes, because I want things to scream when I eat them. I wish it had a family to watch as I devoured it. And I wish I could talk to it before I ate it, like, hey, what's your name? Oh, I'm Jim the Goldfish. I have a job, I have kids, it's cool. No! Dead. I find it kind of weird too, how rich and famous people, it's never enough to just be rich, but they really have to rub it in your face. Like they have to kind of go on TV and like, here's all my cars, nice Toyota. And it's like, I think they should change the name of cribs to people with more things than they could possibly ever need. Like especially rappers. I buy rap CDs to listen to them talk about how much money and how much women they get because I bought their CD. It's like giving your back to a mobster and saying, beat the shit out of me with this, please. Like every time I miss the bus, I just call Lil Wayne. I'm like, yo, come pick me up, man, you owe me. As far as I can see. Like every time he's throwing money in the video and it hits the camera, I shed a single tear because I could have bought a really nice shirt with that. That was my money. I got a pet anteater recently too, and it died of starvation because I didn't really know what to feed it. Because the people at the pet store, they weren't really specific enough. I was like, hey, thanks for the anteater. And they just kind of laughed and said, well, what does it eat? And it died. Another animal I feel really sorry for is actually the porcupine, because waterbeds are really comfortable when you think about it. And a porcupine can never have a waterbed because as soon as he lays on it, it's a plastic bed. There's a lot of things that porcupines can't have. They can't have happy birthday balloons. That's getting popped. They can't have sex dolls. Porcupines are always handing it. They're alone. I mean, the only really good thing about being a porcupine is, I guess, sewing. You can sew with every needle on your back. And you don't get eaten alive by predators. That's kind of cool, too. I watch a lot of professional wrestling, too, for any professional wrestling fans out there. Because I like to imagine what a soap opera would be like with sweaty men in Speedos. Because I think it's grossly... There's not enough sweaty men in Speedos in soap operas. And I think that sweaty men in Speedos are really misrepresented in wrestling. Because I know when I sleep in a Speedo and I get sweaty because I'm hot and I wake up and I'm disoriented, someone's like, no, don't spine breaker me and put me in a pin. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I'm just sleeping in my Speedo. I was talking to a friend the other day. I thought I'd share this story with you. I was talking to a friend and he said, you know, I'm more of an optimist because I see the glass as half full, whereas you're a pessimist because you see the glass as half empty. And I said, no, I'm more of a realist because I say, that glass has water in it. And I think fat people would say, hey, think of a Kool-Aid in that. Suicidal people are like, I bet that'd drown me. A flower would see that and say, home. I'd like to know when flowers became associated with smelling good. Really, flowers smell like shit if you've ever really smelled one. Wow. When you're like, hey, you smell like a flower and you're trying to be romantic, it's like saying you smell like something that grows out of the dirt and has bugs on it all the time. And if you put shit in you, you'll grow better and be much nicer. So, what's the difference between what's the same, sorry, but a raincoat and a condom?
I don't know.
I've never worn one. No. What is he saying? Is he a virgin or is he just dirty? So, I really like to sleep, like a lot. Like I like sleeping, right? But I live with my parents, so I gotta sleep in my boxers, and it's really uncomfortable because if I got naked, I live with my parents, right? Like, when there's a fire or something, and they come in, they're like, hey, get out of bed! And I can't do that, Mom. Like, you'll die if you don't get out of bed. That's probably for the best. It's probably best if I die and you don't see me naked. But the one thing I do hate about sleeping, I do the same thing that everyone here does. You're all university students, right? I'm pretty sure you all do this. Is when I wake up, I hear the alarm, and it's like, fucking alarm, and I punch the alarm, and I freak out on it, right? Everyone does it. And it's really arrogant to me. It's really arrogant to punch an alarm and say like, how dare you do exactly what I programmed you to do exactly when I programmed you to do it. That's like getting open heart surgery, just punching the doctor in the face and saying, now I have a scar on my chest, you jackass. Beach season. I can't go out like this. What was I saying? Alarm clocks. Right, anyway. Alarm clocks. So, basically then, the next day, what does your alarm clock do, right? It doesn't go off as your request. And you wake up, you're like, that was the best sleep ever, and I'm late for work. Shit. Fuck you, alarm clock, and smash it again, right? So really, no matter what an alarm clock does, you're going to abuse it physically and verbally. And alarm clock companies recently discovered this, so they made new alarms that just kind of poke you a little bit. They're like, hey, you told me to wake you up, but you don't have to. It's cool if you just sleep in, dude. So I was at the African Lion Safari this one time. If anyone's ever been to the African Lion Safari. And there was two zebras, and a zebra jumped on top of the other zebra, and he proceeded to do his business. This zebra was about to get his jimmies off, right? And a guy in a zebra jeep pulls up and starts smacking the zebra and says, hey, 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 that's enough, get out of here. And that to me is really unfair, because I want this guy to be at home, like, he's just really stressed, finally gets a girl home, he's naked, he's got her, he's like, yeah, let's do this. And the zebra boots his door open and starts kicking the shit out of him with a stick and says, that's enough out of you. Tables have turned, sir. And he's like, who is this zebra? Why is he driving a jeep painted as a human? Because that's what I wonder, is if the zebras see that Jeep and they're like, oh, look at the asshole in the Jeep again. Or if they're like, who's that fat zebra? Sweet tattoo of a Jeep, though. Alright, that's all I got. Thank you.